We go. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the goldandsilveraccount.com team weekly training. This is May the 21st of 2026, and we're going to go through this slide deck real quick today, have a little Q&A at the end. I just told the people that are here today, I got back very late last night from a trip to Jamaica with my wife and some of our team members, and we got in around midnight, bed around 1, and I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning going hard and fast at a bunch of things. So I didn't have a chance to put out an email through 7K or Sound Money or one of my own. I didn't put a reminder up in the band app today. So I'm probably going to do this same training. I may add a little bit to it for next Thursday. So for those of you watching on the replay, if you want to come back again next week and catch this live, feel free to do so. Otherwise, you're more than welcome to just take what I do here in the replay and run with it. So here we go. So I'm going to eliminate a lot of the stuff that we talked about every single week on here. I'll get into some of that as I move along, but I'm just going to give you guys every Thursday or whenever we do these things going forward. I'm going to give you the meat, the actual thing, chewable that you can take away, digest, and go work with. Every week for this is now week 7. We've been doing some social media collateral. This is week 7 of that. I just realized that I didn't share do the thing to do my voice. Hang on, or the audio. Hang on 1 second. That's always real hard to do once I've started a recording. Gone for a week, and it's like I've never been here before. All right, where is my little recording thing? Bear with me. There we go. All right. Share sound. Now it'll play when I get to that part. All right, cool. All right, guys, sorry about that. So as I was starting to say, this week, the slide that we're going to use, the social media collateral title is Liquidity, Volatility, and Timing the Market. This is the little thumbnail that I provide for you guys that we made this week. I love this one because it talks about something that not a lot of people understand, which is just how to make sure they're buying at the right time. So this one talks about liquidity and the ease of selling, talks about volatility and making sure that you understand those price fluctuations are going to happen, and how at best you can to kind of time the market. And some of that has to do with things like dollar cost averaging and things along those lines. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and just play the video here that goes with this particular one. And I didn't mention it on the slide before here, but this 1-to-1 ratio, this slide deck is made to be, sorry, the slides, the thumbnails, I'm sorry, in the slide deck are made to be shared on either types of social media. Certain ones like Facebook like that square picture. Other ones like TikTok prefer what they call a 9-to-16 ratio, or a elongated one. Looks like an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. So I give you guys both of these each week. So let's go ahead and watch this video together first. Liquidity, volatility, and timing the market. Many beginners ask if there's a perfect time to buy. Let's separate facts from myths. Liquidity means you can sell or trade metal, typically without large fees. Gold and silver are generally liquid, but smaller pieces or less common coins may take longer to sell at desired prices. When you need cash quickly, you'll often face the bid price, not the spot or asking price. Volatility matters. Metals can swing day to day, especially around headlines about inflation, currency moves, or geopolitical events. Over months and years, gold has tended to preserve purchasing power. Silver is more volatile due to industrial demand. The best approach for beginners is to start with a plan. Set a budget and consider regular purchases, otherwise known as dollar cost averaging, instead of trying to time the market perfectly. Bottom line, physical metals can diversify risk and act as a hedge, but they're not a guaranteed path to riches. They are a long-term positioning tool. Important disclosure: this content is for educational purposes only and is not. We'll make you guys suffer through that disclosure. So anyway, there's the 9:16 ratio. There is a video that goes along with this one as well. I'm also not going to make you watch it. There's a couple little minor variations, but it's pretty much the same thing. A big difference between the 1-to-1 ratio for like Facebook and the 9:16 is in the 1-to-1 ratio ones. You'll notice there's always a thumbnail on the front that talks about what that is. On those other options, like again, TikTok, they don't allow a thumbnail to be placed on top of it. So it just that what you would see on your screen when you share that is just whatever part of the video is popped up on there. Carrying on here, what I want you guys to do, same thing as always, is post today's thumbnail on every social media platform that you're on. Add these comments right below the picture. So when you're creating your gold and silver strategy, do you know the basics about liquidity, volatility, and timing the market? You must understand these concepts to make sure you're paying a fair price when you buy gold and silver. Comment, tell me more, and I'll be happy to send you a 2-minute video to make sure you know exactly what you're buying. So I got to create that, fix the typo right there. I'll fix that before we get off there. When I type fast, I tend to misspell stupid words like you and your. Sorry about that. And then I want you guys to add this disclaimer after your first comment. This content is for educational purposes only, etc. You guys have heard me read that one 20 times probably now, so I won't do that again. What I did do there in this particular slide deck is I took out all the stuff about make sure you put it in your book and make sure you document what you did and schedule a follow-up date. You guys have those instructions from the previous few weeks of training. If you've forgotten how to do that, go back to last week. There was the 14th in the Band app. Rewatch those, and it'll show you step by step exactly what you want to put, where you want to put it, how you want to document it, what you want to do. And the most important thing, guys, is this step right here. If they comment, tell me more in relation to your post, you want to only send those people a direct message with those explainer videos that I just showed you. If they say something else like, I dollar cost average $50 a week in gold and $20 a week in silver, right there on their page, you can say, that's great. That's awesome. I think dollar cost averaging is brilliant. But don't share that video on the actual post comments. Only share that in direct messages. Also, if they said something outside of tell me more, go ahead and make those comments back and forth, open a dialogue, and then drop into their direct message and talk to them. Ask them if they'd like to see that explainer video and continue your dialogue there offline. May 21st assignment. And guys, going forward, those people that have bought the marketing package that we put together, and I'm not advertising that anymore going forward. You can go back again to the 7th or the 14th of May videos. If you're watching this live, we're on a recording. If you want to know what I'm talking about, how to get that, the instructions to order it, what you get is there. But this is for people that have paid for that package. They have the 30-second commercial where it's en route to them. I think I got them all done as of yesterday. They're the ones that have the replicated thumbnail and the replicated full page ad that we've advertised the last couple of weeks. If you haven't ordered it as it says there or received it, please revisit the May 7th or the May 5th, I'm sorry, May 14th training in the Band app, and you'll be able to get yourself one of those ordered. The second part of every training going forward, this part is going to be for the people that have bought that because it relates to that. Okay, you have to have those pieces of stuff in order to do this homework assignment. So what you're going to do is you're going to get out, this is your May 21st prospecting assignment. You're going to get your list of the 100 contacts we wrote down from last week's assignment. That's what I'd ask you guys to do. Get in your phone, your Rolodex, whatever the heck it is, your 3x5 cards, whatever it is you have your contacts on, and write them down. Make sure you have name, phone number, email, all the different ways to contact people. Starting today, this afternoon, if at all possible, I want everybody to make an agreement that they're going to set aside 1 to 2 hours every day to call 5 to 10 of the people that are on that list. You're going to do it every day. If you can't do every day, try 6 days. If you can't do every day, you can't do 6 days, try every other day. This is your business. I'm not going to tell you what you have to do and stand there at a ruler and whacking on the knuckles if you don't spend a whole hour or two on the phone every day. This is your business. You do it your way. I'm here to help guide and counsel and coach. I can't do the work for you, though. I'm providing a lot of the tools that you need, all the tools you need for that matter. You just need to pick up the phone and do what we ask you to do here, and you will see success. A reminder on that note, consistency is really critical. Committing to doing the small things every day. That is all you can control. You can't control the results, but the results will come as you show yourself faithful in working the system. And again, this is a system we're creating for you. You have to do the work. Here's your approach phone or in-person script. I'm going to go through this kind of slow today. Hey, insert name, whoever the heck it is that you're prospecting. Last week, I sent you the Sound Money Wallet overview and the commercial highlighting the benefits of the Sound Money Wallet. Did you get that? Okay. And if it wasn't last week, it was just 2 days ago, change that to say 2 days ago. No matter what they say, yes, I got it, or no, they don't, you obviously go in two different directions. Yes, I got it, drive right through the script. No, I didn't get it. Say, I just want to confirm your email and or your phone number, and you can get a text on that. I'll send that out again right now. Do that and follow through as you see here in just a second. So if they say, yeah, I got it, I'm curious, did you get a chance to watch the video? Yes, I did, they say. You ask them back, what did you like best about what you saw? If they say no, I would personally say, all right, Pauline, would you do me a favor and open that link right now and watch it? I'll stay on the line with you. And when they're done, ask Pauline, what did you like best about what you just saw? Pretty easy there. They watched it. What did you like about what you saw? They didn't watch it. Get them to watch it with you on the phone or on Zoom. And if not, if they say I can't do that right now because I don't know how to be on the phone with you and play a video, some people don't. I'm kind of low tech myself. Say, okay, fine. I'm gonna hang up. Watch it right now. It's 2 minutes long. I'm gonna call you back in 3 minutes. Don't give them all right. I'll reach back out to you next Friday and see how it went. You need to take control of this. You have something that you can help them with, and you should be proud of what you're showing them, proud of the opportunity that you have to help them. And you know what they have, what we have is something that they need. Okay. So if they say no, ask them to watch it with you on the phone if they can. If not, go ahead and just say, I'll watch it right now. I'm gonna hang up. I'll call you right back in 5 minutes or whatever. And then the same question, what did you like best about the video? What you saw, whatever. Also in that approach phone script, guys, I don't suggest just calling them up and driving right into that, right? You want to make some small talk with them. This is a relationship business, and if they ever hear from you from is you're from prospecting, 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 or as Bob likes to call it, about that point in time, pestering, pestering, pestering. Don't do that. Just reach out, make small talk. Let them know you'll send them your splash page URL and ask them to go through it to make sure they fully understand why they need to diversify. This is again, if they said no, or I'm not going to watch it yet, I haven't got around to it, I don't understand why I would
Okay.
need gold and silver. Any of the things that they might say at that point, you want to just go ahead and kind of drive into this dialogue. Go to my splash page. It's right there. Watch the two videos. It'll take you a whole 15 minutes, Pauline. But I think at the end of that, you're really going to have your eyes wide open as to why you need precious metals and why the product that we have is really the right one for you to get started with. Right? So, anyway, there's the rest of that script there. Um, Sorry, hang on. Go. So, a couple more things on the approach script. Remember, you don't need to know how to explain all the intricacies of gold and silver. Why? Because again, goldandsilveraccount.com/ Pauline Sexton does all that for you. Ask them to commit to spending at least 15 minutes, as I just said, to read the splash page, watch both of the videos. They should want to do that. This is their life. Do you want to hedge against inflation? Do you want to have a currency that's sound, that's worth more than the dollar, that's on the way down to crashing right now? This is all dialogue you guys should be able to have. But if you don't have that ability, just ask them to contact you if you have any questions. And then if they don't have any questions, get them to commit to clicking the Get Started button on your splash page. If they do have questions, guess what? You don't got to answer them. If you can't answer the questions, sorry, I'm going ahead of myself here. If you can't answer the questions that they have, say, you know what? Now, again, I just was using Pauline. I'll use Kevin here. You know what, Kevin? I'm kind of new to all this. I've had my Sound Money wallet for like just a year or two or five, whatever it's been that you've had. And I love it. I'm buying gold and silver there on a regular basis. I'm doing dollar cost averaging, but I got to be honest with you. I don't know the answer to that question. Like I said, I'm still kind of new in the precious metals business. But my sponsor, Todd Collins, Bob Reed, Mike Mandato, whoever it is that brought you into the business, they'll be more than happy to help you with this stuff. Just get us on a three-way call and we'll help make that happen. Couple prospecting tips here. Again, you can rewrite the approach script I just showed you in your own words if you want to. If those are things you just wouldn't say, and maybe you're extremely eloquent in the way you speak. I'm not always that way. I'm a little rough around the edges. I'm a Harley riding, ex bar bouncing kind of guy, and I talk kind of straight shot. If that's just not your approach, rewrite it in your own words. Make it sound like you. Don't mess with it too much, though. The scope of the script is very purposely crafted. It's to help open people's mouths up to talk about what they saw. As an example, let me go back here real fast. Um, right here, instead of saying, "What did you like best about what you saw?" Again, it's a very purposeful question. If your response is, "What'd you think about that?" That's pretty much two answers. I liked it, or I thought I didn't like it. Okay, now that conversation's over. But if you ask, what did you like best about what you saw? That's going to force them to answer the question with something positive. It may be just, I liked how short it was because I was bored to death. Okay, that's fine. Move on. This isn't your prospect any longer. But almost always you're going to get back. Man, I didn't know you could buy $1 at a time. Or I thought that was really neat that you guys will store my silver and gold for free up to 500 bucks. Whatever. But that question, don't mess with that one more than anything else on here. All right. That question is very important if you're doing network marketing or direct sales like we are here as an affiliate. It's very important to ask that way. So don't mess with it too much. Again, it was purposely crafted. I want you guys to do your best to memorize this script. I talked about this last week. It should really become as easy as saying your social security number. Print the script out, rewrite it. If you don't have a printer, put it on post-it notes, 3x5 cards, poster board. I don't care what you do. Stick it on the fridge, your car, your office, bathroom mirror, whatever. So you've got them with you and you can practice these things in your downtime. I'm going to say something to you that got said to me just this last weekend by one of the industry leading experts in network marketing. If you're spending your time doom scrolling and looking at recipes on TikTok or Instagram or whatever, or outfits that you may, want to buy for, your nephew's bar mitzvah or whatever, those are all great uses of your time if you don't want to have financial security. Okay, please hear me loud and clear. Spending your time watching people that are successful in the industry, re-watching these videos that I've put out for the last, whatever it's been, 3 months now, over and over and over again, learning these scripts and the dialogue so that you become proficient in the communication. For that matter, going back over your goldandsilveraccount.com/Polly and Sexton and read it over and over and over again. You should, at this point, in my opinion, no pressure if you don't here, but again, I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings, but you should be able to list out most of the reasons why people don't buy gold or silver. I I don't even have to think about it. They don't know where to buy it. They don't know where to store it. They don't know how to insure it. They don't know how to sell it. They're afraid of getting scammed. Those are five of the top reasons why people don't buy gold and silver. How many people have a physical gold and silver? I don't know if I asked that question, how many of you would get it right, but you should know. Only about 5% of the population in America owns physical gold and silver. And how are you going to get these things down to where they just bubble up out of you because you can't stand to not tell your friends and family about it? It's by rewatching these scripts and getting very comfortable with it. So again, put them everywhere. Read them when you have downtime. Maybe turn off Netflix one night a week. Memorize the script. We used to have memorized Bible verses or something when we were in school, whatever, Sunday school Bible verses and regular school. It was all kinds of dumb things they made us memorize. I mean, if you say it, 2 times a day, every day between now and next Monday when the pop quiz is, you'll probably have that down pat. Spend some time becoming a master of your craft here. I've said this before too. Record the script, that one that I just read a minute ago, on your phone and play it over and over again when you're driving or showering or whatever. I got, Bob Reed had some long scripts that I had to learn before when we were doing network marketing with 7K. And uh, I could listen to one script during a shower and shave session, right? It might be a 15-minute video. I lollygag in the bathroom until it was done. Others, like the script I just read to you guys a minute ago, that's like a 10-second script. Unless you take a really, really super fast shower, you're going to get tired of hitting rewind with your hand wet and dripping all over your phone outside the shower. So what I did back then is I would take that short script and I would read it once. And I'd pause for a couple seconds and I'd read it again. And I do that like 10 times. So now that 30-second script, I got 10 minutes or whatever recorded of that over and over and over again. And now I can enjoy my shower and be learning at the same time, or drive down the road and memorize that while I was driving down the road. I'm not going to harp on that anymore. I think you guys get what I'm trying to say. Anyway, practice the script over and 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 over. And then I like doing it when I got something I'm going to have to say to a stranger in that moment of kind of stress, like, oh my God, I don't know if I remember this right now. I like to role play. I will have script reading sessions with my wife or with my children or my best friend or my mom or my dog, just so that I can, hey, Sam, that's my old dog's name. Sit down there for a second. I'm going to look you in the face. Do me a favor and let me know if you like this. Hopefully, he licked you at the end, let you know you had a little bit of approval. But just get used to interacting with another being, preferably a human being, because they can give you feedback. At the end of it, you can go, how'd I do? Oh, you sucked. What sucked about it? Well, you said every other word, and you probably want to not sound like that. I used to do that. Many of you know I do a Bible study in the morning, 4 days a week, used to be 5 days a week. And when I first started live streaming, training on 7K metals and live streaming, doing Bible studies, my mom called me up one day and she's like, do you realize how many times in a minute you say, I was like, I had no idea how many times I said, But you know what? I went back and watched a couple of videos and like, holy moly, I do say, at least once every sentence. And I was unaware of that until someone that loved me pointed it out. And my mom did it in a very kind way. I had the same problem with actually, both of our daughters have little nuances. Older daughter, Haley, um, she's the one I made myself and did all the hard work on. Julianne and I are a blended family. Haley says like 3 or 4 times in every sentence. So I was like ready to go to the store, and like my friend was meeting me there, and like we were going to get some lunch afterwards. And she has no idea how many times she says like in a sentence. The other one, also Haley Rhodes, Julianne's daughter, she says literally all the time. So I literally was practicing saying this to my friends, and then we literally went to the mall together. I'm like, you can't literally everything, Haley Rhodes. It's either literally or it's not. You don't need that word in there. So anyway, I'm not picking on my kids, but if you don't have somebody giving you some critique on your technique, you might want to take a little bit of time to do that again. Practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. And the more times you do something very purposefully, the better you'll be when you're under pressure. I had the opportunity while traveling to and from Jamaica to talk to many, many people. And Julianne kind of stands there, I think, in awe of me. I don't care if you're standing in line behind me in the get a coffee, or you're standing in front of me to get on the plane, or you're standing next to me at the pool. I'm going to ask you a question that leads down the path that I want to get to, which is telling you what I do. So I always ask questions about them first. What do you do? What do you like? Where you been? First time in Jamaica? Blah, 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 blah. What do you think about gold and silver? And the next thing you know, I'm handing him a card with the QR code on it that links to that website that we built. And we've done the dialogue, we've done the work. And again, if you're trying to do really, really well with direct sales, you'd like to have that conversation 5 to 10 times a day to be really successful. If you don't have, and a lot of people tell me, I never leave my house, I work from home. Well, then you need to find a different way to interact with some people. But you probably get your hair done somewhere. I don't, because I don't have any hair. You probably do. You probably drop off dry cleaning someplace. You probably get your tires changed, rotated, and your oil changed. Hopefully, you're doing that at least once a year. Your car will appreciate you for that. You need to learn to interact with those people. And then, if you don't interact with a lot every day, you need to find a way to interact with the people you know who interact with people. which is part of the networking marketing or this process that we like to call direct sales. So, hey, man, maybe you don't know a lot of people, but your CPA sure as heck does. Find a way to ask your CPA, hey, can I talk to some of your clients about, and just go down that path. All right, next steps. You're obviously going to want to send the goldandsilveraccount.com with your name, your slug. We've been using Pauline Sexton today to that person via text or email. Document your conversation in your notebook or on your worksheet. Set a follow-up date to check and see if they open the Sound Money wallet 3 to 5 days later. Hopefully, they opened it and bought something. If they did, you'll see a transaction there. If they haven't bought something yet, you might not know that they even opened one. But if they didn't, you might want to reach out to them and say, hey, Pauline, I noticed I haven't seen any activity in your Sound Money wallet. Did you get a chance to open that yet? Oh, crap. No, I forgot all about that. I'll do it right now. Or, you know what? I haven't had a minute to look at that and do it. And then you can just let them know, okay, good. What do you think you can get it done? Ask that question. When do you think you can get that done? I want to send you some information, but I don't want to send you stuff that you're not going to understand because you won't understand it if you don't have that account open. And then there will be some additional things that we'll be able to provide them after the fact that will help them learn how to use the Sound Money wallet, get things set up, link their bank account, blah, 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 blah. You know how to do all those things. And now you're their resource because you're going to be hopefully making money on everything that they purchase going forward, and $100 once they upgrade that thing to the 199 membership. All right, guys, that's it today. Again, thank you as always. We'll see you next week. And P.S., as always, don't forget to bring a friend. You can bring a friend who's in the business with you. You can bring a prospect. Early on today, forget who it was. Oh, Gary asked me. He said, I got a prospect. It's okay if he comes here. Normally, I'd say, yeah, bring him here. What do they got? Oh, the worst they're going to see is, there's whatever it is today, 7 people sitting here. They're talking about how to make money with the Sound Money wallet. I don't have one yet. Maybe I ought to get one of these things. At least there's a team here doing something to support me. Because here's a little news flash for all of you. You've probably all been in a network marketing company at one point or another in your life, right? And my guess is, if you're like me, no one taught you anything once you got into said network marketing. They had a lot of promises that I'm going to be here, support you, three-way call, brr, 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 help you build your team. And then they just evaporate. And again, at the summit that we were at this last weekend, that same guy who gave me advice before, gave the audience advice, said another thing that was just kind of for me. And it shouldn't have been because I've been doing this for a minute and it's what I do full time. I don't have another job I have to go to. I was blessed by being able to say in whatever it was, October, I think, of 2021, I don't have to go back to work. I finally got enough income coming in from this crazy network marketing business that I thought was ridiculous for most of my life. And now here I'm seeing it work. I'm enrolled like 100 of my friends and family, and I'm getting a paycheck from this, and it's a substantial one, and there's a residual income. So I was like, okay, I don't have to do a lot to keep that paycheck coming in. Now I can just shift my energy to helping the Stana Males and the Gary Comforts to help them build their business as well. But what this person said is that when you get somebody involved in network marketing or direct sales, everybody's had that promise made to them before, right? Well, if you enroll somebody and they aren't real interested in doing the business side of Sound Money, by talking to other people and getting $100 when they get the 199 and the 1% metal matching bonus, okay, tell them you'll help a different way. Just say, you know what? I'll go back and who have I not picked on today. I'll use Stephanie. Stephanie, you know what? You got your Sound Money wallet. I see you're buying some gold and silver. Have you been able to share this with anybody else yet? I have no vested interest in that. I don't make any money when Stephanie does that. She does, but I want to see the people below me help people that they love too. But guess what? If they don't, I have an opportunity to make that commission myself. Stephanie, could you do me a favor? Just put together a list of 100 people. I'll do all the work. I'm going to use your name. Hey, Pauline, your friend Stephanie gave me your name. She just got something called a Sound Money wallet, which our company offers. I was the person that got her enrolled, and she's loving being able to buy fractional gold and silver and have it stored for free. And it could be liquidated at the highest buyback in the industry fractionally as well. And she thought you might be interested in this. Can I get you some information? My website, blah, 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 blah. You can kind of take it from there. The worst they're going to say is no. But if they say yes, you just need to let Stephanie know I'm going to enroll them in my link. But everybody you send to me when I get that $100 check, I'll send you $50. Okay? Leverage the people below you who don't want to be you, right? So what the guy said, this is related to network marketing. He said, you get that person and the reality in network marketing, and he said the number, I don't know if this is exactly right or not, but I think he said 90% of the people that enroll in a network marketing business quit within a year. 90%. That one guy, 1 out of 10, that one gal out of 10, that's the one you want to lock arms with and do serious things with because they want to grow too, just like you. Same vision, same mission, same goals, same objectives. Run with that. Okay. But those other nine, while their pulse is still beating in your business, you need to leapfrog over them, get that list of 25 to 50 people, and help them get their first four. Two on the left side, two on the right side. So they qualify for whatever the thing is. Now, we're not doing network marketing with Sound Money, but you guys have other opportunities out there. And this is a skill set that'll serve you well. If you don't have something and you want to do something, reach out to me. I got a couple other things that we're playing with, having a blast with. That said, here's the thing, Pauline. If you're coming to my business in network marketing and you don't have the skill set, the drive, the time, the opportunity, just don't see it, whatever. But I help you while you're still feeling a little excitement about the whole, I just got into this thing and maybe there's a chance for me. If I do nothing to help you 30 days, 60 days, a year down the road, you're likely going to quit. Okay. On the flip side, if I engage with you in that first 30 days and I help you get your money back, so maybe you bought $200 product and four people, two on your left and two on your right, are going to get you a 175 fast start bonus or whatever. Now you just got your enrollment fee back. More importantly, every month something's happening from those two people. And are you going to quit if you really don't have a monthly expense anymore? You're going to keep getting your thing, right? But more importantly, I'm going to move right to those four people because I know of those four, odds are whatever 90% of four is, 3.75 or whatever of those people are going to quit. But if I help them each get their two, their two, their two, their two, all the way left and right, now I've created this replication and people see that support there. And that's why Bob Reed and I have been very successful in this is I don't stop with you telling me I don't really want to do that business. Let me do the business for you. Let me get on the phone with these people and prospect them with you if you want to, or without you if you don't. But you have a market of people I want to talk to. And your endorsement of at least saying, I love the Sound Money wallet. I don't know anything about it, but this Todd guy, he wanted to talk to you about it. Here we are. And I'll do the talking on that. So anyway, I'm saying all that to say, if you're working with somebody underneath you that isn't, I'm sorry, if you have somebody underneath you that isn't interested in working, you can work for them and give them a little taste of everything that you do that makes you money from that. And they'll say, oh, you just enrolled my Uncle Bill? Oh, crap. He bought $10,000 in Silver Eagles and you made $100 and I could have. Yes, I did. And they're going to probably say, you know what, let me start doing this. I'd like to get a little bit of that myself. All right. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. I see Pauline has a hand up. Question for you, young lady?
Yeah, well, the quick question is because I thought I wrote down, the digits that we paste in to join this Zoom call.
Right.
What are they?
The best way to get that always is going to be to go to the Band App Events tab.
Okay.
Do you know how to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. And the reason I say that is the digits change from time to time. If I have to cancel a meeting and reschedule it, sometimes I don't get that same digit link, right? I have a private Zoom that I usually use that one, the 219-280-0759 with 171717, 171717. But anytime if I'm going to do a meeting off the cuff and I have to schedule its own meeting at a different date and time that's not a replicated one, like every Tuesday, every Thursday kind of thing, it assigns a random number to it. And that's what I would post in the Band app if I was going to do a training one off. But again, my normal number, actually, I don't even know what one it says in this Band app. I don't know. You know why I don't know? Because I just go to the Band app every day and I click that button. Yeah, it's zoom.us is the website address. And then it'll ask you for your meeting ID, which is my phone number, 219-280-0759.
Okay.
And then the passcode.
So that's the one I'll try if there's nothing different in the Band app.
Yeah.
And got it. And I know 171717.
Yeah, 171717. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Perfect. Good question. I
Good.
always, if everything is just in that band app, it's a whole lot easier when I need to make a change to then trying to tell everybody I made a change. I
Yeah.
did that right after we got started on this, and we had done a bunch of promotion on the link that Zoom assigned to it. And then for the next 3 or 4 weeks, every week, I tried to get in your Zoom today. It said the link was invalid. I posted the new one in the band app, but I didn't know you didn't know that. So I feel bad, but I think we got everybody finally
Okay.
going to the right place.
Okay. All right.
Anybody else have any questions? Going once, going twice. Thank you for the thumbs up, Gary. All right, you guys, I'm gonna shut the recorder off here.